Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brothers and sisters, Kaif Haluka, how is everybody doing today? Juma Mubarak to everybody. Not sure where it is, where you are. I apologize for, the little delay that we had. As soon as I came to come on the computer, or to come on the live stream, the adhan went off to pray Salatul Asr, and I had to pray Asr, so I hope you all can forgive me. Anyways, I hope you all are doing so well. Hope you all have had a wonderful Jummah, had a wonderful Friday, and had a wonderful week. Inshallah, that you and your families are doing well as well. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to bless, guide, protect you all. May He help you remain steadfast, disciplined, strong, determined, and everything else, to continue strengthening your deen, to become stronger Muslims and human beings, and to stay on the true path of Islam. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you with many blessings in Jannatul Firdaus. Ameen. My brothers and sisters, I hope you all are doing so well. We have multiple topics to discuss today. Just give me 1 second. Let me get out my notebooks. I hope you all had a wonderful Jummah. We had a wonderful Salah today. I ended up staying after a little later than I expected with the Sheikh. I do this just about every single really Salah. I like to do that, and I sit and I talk and learn more with my mentors and the other knowledgeable brothers that are at the masjid. So that being said, this is a Q&A live stream, and I want you guys to participate. I want you guys to ask questions. So do not forget to reach out. Do not forget to ask me anything that you would like to, any questions at all you want to know, issues or hardships that I faced as a revert, what life was like for me when I was victim in the dunya, what things I do to continue to strengthen my deen, how I remain steadfast, what I do to stay fit, all of these things. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all of my brothers and sisters who are now just joining. As I said, my apologies for being, it was supposed to be at 5 p.m. today, and I had to pray. The adhan went off to pray Salatul Asr. So, of course, as you all know, I make sure that I try to pray prayer within 5. I try my best to pray within 5 to 10 minutes after the adhan, but we are human, and this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us free will. We are not perfect. We do the best that we can with our abilities. Wa alaikum assalam. So, my brothers and sisters, as you all can see in the chat, at the top of the chat, in the comment section, I put a link there for the StreamYard. If you would like to join, I'm going to do an interaction with you guys. You guys can ask me any questions that you may have. If you guys want advice, if you guys want to help me, to help teach me more, with knowledge. I also work in sales. On top of that, I am also in fitness. So I can help you. I can help out you guys as well. In any way, anything that you guys would like to hear, any type of advice, what have you. Or if you would just like to hear more about my story, how life was for me when I was young, when I was a Catholic, how I was brought up, contradiction, stuff like this that I saw during that time. I can go more in depth in this live stream, as well as what's the word I'm looking for? The manipulation of shaitan, how truly deceiving he can be, when I was victim to the dunya throughout those middle years of my life. Astaghfirullah, but subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has saved me. Islam saved my life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose me for this path of Islam, that I am truly blessed to carry out and give dawah, give my blessing, and add my piece to my story, right? So that so many of you can relate, I hope, and so many of you can learn from my story. Brothers and sisters who were raised in Islam, hold on one second, guys. Hold on one sec, guys. Give me a moment. All right, my brothers and sisters, my apologies about that. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. Let me know if you have any, like I said, any questions at all you guys have for me. I appreciate that, brother. Really appreciate that. I'm still really learning with my Arabic. If you see me post stuff or I write stuff that's in Arabic on the computer, the reason being for that is because I literally, like on the phone when I type it, there's like a translate option that you can click. So I'll type it out or I'll write it out, and then I hit the translate and boom. So as I've mentioned before, I don't know if I have them in this, probably in this one. I am working and I am learning Arabic. I am always seeking for different ways to improve my learning methods when it comes to learning Arabic. I am, as of the moment, jazakallahu khairan to my brothers and sisters, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi to everybody just joining. For me, it is not easy. I mean, for anybody really, it's not easy when learning a new language, especially that of Arabic. I do have to say Arabic is probably the most beautiful language that in my eyes, that's how I just feel that way. Of course, I am biased, that being I am Muslim, and the beautiful recitation of the Quran, just the way that it sounds when somebody speaks with proper tajweed, it is so beautiful, Oh, alhamdulillah, brother, from Pakistan. Whereabouts in Pakistan? Yeah, where's everybody from in the chat? Let me know where you guys are from. And AD, you're from Amsterdam. Alhamdulillah. Yes, it really is. And honestly, the other language, I'm biased in that, because the two languages that I find the most beautiful are Arabic and Italian, right? I just think Italiano is like, the way that Italiano is spoken is like, it's very melodic. It's almost like opera, like people singing, right? Jazakallahu khairan phase, Oh, I've heard this from multiple people, and I really appreciate that. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Leo. It's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. I hope everybody's doing well. How is everything going, Leo? I see your improvement. Yeah, let me go like this. My apologies. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. All right, one sec. I'm gonna turn that light on too. I didn't realize I didn't have it on. That's better. That's a lot better. A lot better. Yeah, and you guys see me. I'm in my full Islamic attire today. As it is Jummah Mubarak to everybody just joining. And I hope you all had a wonderful Jummah. Yeah, that light is way better. Oh, mashallah. Let me turn off the TV. Okay, so I was just waiting for some people to come in here, and as I said, I'm going to talk about the topics that I posted on there for a little bit, and then I'll dive into more bringing people on. So if you're interested in interacting, if you guys want to come on and do a you can ask me any questions, you can ask me anything you want, literally anything. You will not ever offend me. I have pretty thick, rough skin. It's just the way I grew up. But yeah, so what I wanted to show you all, and I had mentioned this before, right? I've been studying, as I said, I'm studying the language, right? And I made index cards of each letter. So don't mind that little scribble on the side, but that's alif, right? And then on the back of it, I literally write alif, right? Same with ba. I mean, I do them a little like artistically, but I just do them big so I can see it, right? Ba, like this. And it goes on, right? Ta, and so on. and then you guys get the gist. So this has helped me with learning the letters, learning the sounds, and you know, I'm actually the part that I thought was going to be the hardest part for me, that was going to take a while, that I wasn't going to be able to learn it. You know, had to do with I believe that's the ikoma and the domo, if I'm saying this correctly. If I'm not, please help me. I honestly, I haven't touched up on my Arabic in it's been months. I've just really kind of been going over the letters. I haven't really touched up on that part of it again in quite some time. Yes, the dama, the shahada, the fatha, and yes, all, and yes. So okay, so I was right. The kasra, yes. The sukun, yes. The tashkil, yes. All right, so I was right. I have the notes right there. I just didn't even look. But you know, yeah, it's definitely taken some time, and I really look forward to more. You know, and I want to say to the new subscribers, the new followers that are in here, you know, whether I don't know where you came from. If you came from Brother Luqman, you know, our brother, the Aussie Muslim, Jazakallah khairan to you guys who are now subscribed to the channel. I cannot thank you enough. We finally reached 3,000 subscribers, and it is a huge, you know, achievement for the dawah, because it's really a beautiful thing, you know. And although this is a channel, you know, as Brother Luqman and I were talking about, you know, although this is a channel, this is a YouTube channel, and you know, when people do send super chats and stuff like that, and I'm right at that point where you guys can about to send them. It's only a certain amount. What is it? I need like 11 more hours of viewing time, and then I will get on that portion where I can be monetized and everything like this. So with that being said, right, well, that will increase everything, the super chats. And what's the beautiful thing, like Brother Luqman and I were saying, is, right, when we say thank you to those who do send super chats, it's not that we don't, like, we're not trying to make money. We're not trying to do any of that. But it is truly appreciated, because we do put in a lot of hard work when making the videos. We put in a lot of our time and effort when it comes to this, right? I'm sorry, guys. I apologize for that. I'm sorry. Give me one moment. I apologize. And then, Brother Malik, I will answer your question. One second. This has to do with your question, Brother Malik, for that matter. So one moment. Come on, where did this go? Where's this going now? What happened to it? I think I got it. All right, I know where it is. Okay, let me see these. Now I need to actually learn what the words I'm sounding out mean. Yeah, brother. Wow, mashallah, Brother Leo. To all that don't know, Brother Leo here is Leo. You're what, 16? Brother Leo is another American. He reverted not long ago. I think you said what 2 months ago, or that might have been last time when I talked to you, but that was like 2 months ago. Did you ever end up messaging me, Brother Leo? You know, I sent you my WhatsApp, and I don't believe I received your message. But anyways, Brother Leo's 16, and you just said you already have learned the alphabet. Brother, you're ahead of so many of us Muslim reverts. That's mashallah. That's beautiful, brother. You know, learning the alphabet, especially of any like other language outside of the Latin letters, is very hard. Like learning Arabic, learning Japanese, or any of the Asian languages is very hard. Oh, 6 months ago. Okay, so you reverted before me, mashallah. But still, brother, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. You know, it's not easy, man. It's really not easy. Okay, Well, I'm trying to do this at the same time that I'm talking to you guys. So, uno momento, por favor. Let me see this. Yes, let me see this. Okay, put it there. Let me chat. Okay, stay right there. Okay, boom, boom. All right, I did it. So we're good on that. All right, my apologies. So that's very important as to what we were talking about. Yes, I messaged you on WhatsApp, brother. I wish I had more questions to ask you on WhatsApp, but I don't got any for now. All right, brother. Yeah, and man, I'm really proud of you. I really didn't know, Leo, that you're like you and I must have you must have reverted very close to when I reverted. I reverted January 26, 2023. I'm sure you've heard me say it over and over again. But let me know if there's anything, but literally anything that I can send you, like any kind of literature. I know that you're in your parents' house and you have not yet told them, but like something little like this. This is an amazing dua, little book or booklet that has different supplications, different duas. It's called the Fortress of the Muslim, invocations from the Quran and Sunnah of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and it is from Darussalam, which is an amazing company. They have so much literature. They have so much amazing stuff when it comes to anything that has to do with Islam. And you can find every dua. So as you heard me talk about, right? And Brother Malik, I'm sorry it took me so long to get to your question. Let me go back to what you said. Okay, I'll put it on screen. He asked me about the nikah, about the marriage. Okay. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to everybody who is joining the live right now. I hope you all are doing well. Kaif haluka and kaif haluki to my sisters. So, as we're dealing with, I want to answer Brother Malik. Is it Malik or Malik? Please tell me if I'm saying this right. I know there's different pronunciations, but I believed it was like the angel, so I said Malik. If I'm wrong, please correct me, brother. And you didn't answer me. I asked, I wanted to know which part of Pakistan you're from. I have many close brothers here that go to the same masjid as me that are from Pakistan. We go out and have biryani all the time. MashaAllah, it's so good, brother, so good. I love Pakistani food. Like Italians, we like our food very spicy, and that's why they, all of my Pakistani brothers, they love having me around because I can actually eat the spicy food with them. Multan, Punjab. Okay, I honestly, I don't know this too much. I know of, because my brothers that I'm close with, they are from, a few of them are from Islamabad. And then a couple of them are from Lahore, and where's the other one? My other two brothers are from. I'll have to get back to you. It might come back to my mind, but yeah. And I'm actually supposed to go visit. Our plan was within a year, within like 11 to 12 months, and that was 1 to 2 months ago. So probably within 10 months. He has a trip that he's planning to go see his family back home as one of his sisters is getting married. So, inshaAllah, I really look forward to it. I want to see all of, Pakistan. I want to see all of my brothers and sisters online tell me that I need to not only see the cities and the well-known places, but to look and see like the mountainside of Pakistan. That is beautiful, mashallah. So I look forward to that. I really do. All right, where did I go? I think I passed it. Yes. So the other day, I'm not sure if you guys saw the video. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Omar. Kaif haluka, brother, and Juma Mubarak to everybody who's just joining as well. And I hope you all have a wonderful or had a wonderful Juma. You know, please visit, then you will call Pakistan your home. Inshallah, brother, inshallah. To be honest with you, although my main choice in Islamic University is the Islamic University of Medina, honestly, you know, the other, after Islamic University of Medina, and then I think it's Al-Aqsa or Al-Maqsa in Mecca. I might be complete, or Al-Qasa. I may be completely wrong. It's something like this. But anyways, you know, that's the order for me is Islamic University of Medina, then the one in Mecca, and then immediately after that is there are a couple in Indonesia, one in Yogyakarta and one in Jakarta, and then there's another one, the Islamic University in Islamabad in Pakistan is beautiful. I did like a kind of like a Zoom tour online of it. It's like almost like a Google tour where it shows you, it's a whole video of the campus. You know, it shows the different scholars and teachers that they have there. And, you know, mashallah, like really every single Islamic university that I've looked at out of the places that I really want to go, which, you know, those are the three places that I really want to go for Islamic University. You know, I forgot to say Qatar as well. Qatar is one that looks beautiful. Turkey does as well. Turkey is you know, in Istanbul looks beautiful too. To be honest with you guys, I really just want to be in, you know, I want to be in a Muslim country. I do. You know, I do love, you know, let me restate what I was going to say. I was going to say I do love it, the West, but I don't. I love it. I love where I grew up, that it's my home, if you understand what I'm saying. You know, I have nostalgia. I have an emotional, you know, bond with where I grew up. But the way that it's become, it's very sad. It really is very sad to me. And I'm sure Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking down right now, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's crying to see, you know, at the state of where the people, the creations of Allah has fallen in the West. You know, it's very sad when you think about it. You know, I see people get angry, you know, and get really worked up, and at times I get worked up, right? Because at the end of the day, like I was talking to a brother for about an hour after Jummah today, and we were talking about, you know, such things like this, and it's you know, what's so beautiful is the fact that we are not perfect, right? And a lot of people forget that, you know, not just in Islam, not just Muslims, but non-Muslims as well, right? We forget that we're human beings. We are the creation, right, of the Creator, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I say that because, you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us free will. We are not perfect. We are not free from sin. You know, as much as we try to be, no matter what we do, you know, we may still trip or fall. We may hit our hand or hit our foot and accidentally curse. You know, we may end up making these small sins that, you know, that's why we say astaghfirullah. That's why we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. And, you know, the most beautiful thing, right, that we talked about, you know, it has to do with, and I'm sorry, brother, I promise I will get to this. I will get to your question, right? But it really has to do with, to me, you know, really there was a part of the khutbah today, mashallah, was so beautiful. And the part that I want to talk about has to do with Prophet Musa alayhi salam, right? Moses, peace be upon him, and it has to do with how when Musa, and then I'll get into this, right? It has to do with how when Musa alayhi salam was, I forget who he was talking to, if he was talking to the people of where he was living at that time, and I'm trying to remember which part of the Quran, which surah this is in the Quran, but he's talking to people of the town, and he says that he is the wisest man. He is the most intelligent, the most knowledgeable man in the dunya, right? And when asked why, it is because it's he says it's because of he is the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen for the revelations that are sent down, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to Angel Jibril to bring alayhi salam to Musa alayhi salam. And that he has the most knowledge out of all the creations. And he's not saying it in an arrogant way, right? And because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then asks him, why are you telling people that you are the wisest man on earth? Why are you telling people that you are the most knowledgeable one in the dunya? And he said, well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah, I'm not saying this because I am, because I'm trying to be, I'm not saying this out of arrogance. I'm not saying this out of ego. I'm saying this because you chose me to be, you chose me. I'm the first one you've spoken to, right? I'm the first one that you've shown revelations to. You chose me to send the revelations to Angel Jibril alayhi salam to give to me. And of course, as you guys know the story, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him that he is not the wisest man in the dunya, that, the knowledge of Islam, the knowledge of the world, but especially the knowledge of Islam is immense. It is infinite. Just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is forever. It is ongoing. It is, you can't count it. It is that infinite. It just keeps going and going and going, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if you really would like to, or Musa alayhi salam asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please, if the one who is wiser than me, the one who has the most knowledge, please give me his name and tell me where I can find him. And he says, it is when, I'm trying to remember the exact words. It's something like when the fish jump, when your fish or the fish jump back into the water or get away from you, or it's something along those lines. Somebody wants to say the exact thing, please put it down. But Al-Quds. Yes. Jazakallahu khairan. What else we have here? I love New England. I don't like the direction things are going. Yes, Leo. Subhanallah, brother. I completely agree with you. I'm truly a New Englander at heart. I love, I love my home. I love Boston. I love New Hampshire. I love Connecticut. I love Rhode Island. I love Maine. I love Vermont. I love all 6 of the states in New England. It is beautiful. I love the change in seasons. I love it. And to be honest, if I were to stay in New England, and let me rephrase that, after Islamic University and, after the nikah and the marriage, when I do, because my plan is after Islamic University to get a place in like an apartment or a home in her parents' home where she's from in Northern Africa. And then also I want to have a house or a home in New England. And I'd like to have a home in New Hampshire, in like the woods, like a log cabin, so to speak. Like, I don't know. I always, and I'm a city boy. You guys know that. So that is the complete opposite of how I grew up. But as I get older, I just found it peaceful, or even somewhere like, of course, I'd love to have an apartment in Medina. That's the dream. So if I could get a place in all 3, that would be the dream. But I may have to settle for just 2. I may have to settle for, have a house in either America near my family or a house near her family, and then have, an apartment in Medina, inshaAllah. So make dua for me that this happens. I want you all to know that I continue to make duas for each and every one of you, my brothers and sisters, that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you in every way, reward you all with many blessings, you and your family, and with Janatul Firdaus. Ameen. So, by the way, I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm trying not to be too loud. I just don't want to be rude to my roommates, my two roommates that are here. Muslim countries don't matter. We are like one body. See, that is so beautiful, brother. MashaAllah. That's so beautiful. Truly it is. And that's just not, I have to say, that's not just Muslim countries, right? Even when you come to the West, if you were to come to America, Malik, that is the beautiful thing about Islam, right? No matter where you are in the world, as soon as you find your fellow Muslims, it is like you are all one. Like we're one big family, no matter where we are. As long as I'm around my fellow Muslims, I feel at home. I feel the love. I feel the family, the fellowship. SubhanAllah, it's so beautiful, mashallah. So, I forgot this was right here. I need to take these out too. So, but yeah, please, brother Leo, please let me know, right? Because I can send you some stuff that'll be more discreet to your house, because you are 16, and I know that you still haven't told your parents yet that you reverted to Islam 6 months ago. But I have to say, brother, that's huge, bro. I have so much respect for you, and that's such an honorable thing to find Islam, to find the home, to find the beautiful way of life of Islam. And to revert back to Islam, to how we were born, how we were meant to be at the age of 16. I'm 31, so I wish, bro. I wish I found it earlier, but, subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had a path for me, and there's a reason why I had to go through what I went through. It's made me, a stronger person, and alhamdulillah, it's made me into a stronger Muslim, and it's made me into a person that, a Muslim that strives to stay ambitious and motivated and to continue to strengthen my deen. So although I made some very poor and terrible decisions in my life from the circumstances I was given, I don't regret it, because alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim today, right? And that's the best thing that I could ask for. There's not a better thing in this world, right? There's not a single better choice that I've ever made in my life. There's not a better moment or day or night, anything, than the day, night, and moment that I recited the Shahada. That was the greatest decision of my life, and I will never change that. The next one up, of course, will be the love of my life that I've met, that my wife to be, and I will talk about that, Brother Malik. I will get into that in a second. And Hajj will be the next one. Shaitan would struggle to indulge in as much haram as Brother Andrew Tate. Does your wife have... Yes, Silham Haji. So first off, we're not married yet. Okay. But yes, she does live in North Africa. I really look forward to finally getting together. I'll explain how we met. I'll go through everything, okay? Just one moment. And I do want to say, right, so these are some of the things that I wanted to send to you, Brother Leo. I hope you're still in here. Now, these are some things that I want to send to you, right, when you're ready to tell your parents when you're 18, right, that you reverted to Islam. And these are things that I keep some for myself, but I also gave to my older sister. I gave to my mother, and I gave to my father. My mother she's progressing slowly. She's growing. Although I faced some dilemmas and some crisis in my beliefs, or in recently with my family, these truly helped. They really helped, which this is the Islamic view of Jesus, peace be upon him, Islamic view of Isa alayhi salam, and it literally goes into everything, right? On the Day of Judgment, it talks about that Jesus is not the Son of God, is having a son befitting of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Absolutely not. Astaghfirullah. Then there is another one of the Creator that talks about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in detail. I plan on actually doing separate videos where I just dive into these, because although it's literally just a pamphlet, there is so much good knowledge and information in this. And some of it is just simple, but some of it, like, it has ayats from the Quran, it has hadiths from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in here. Right now, Leo, I never look back. Leo, please don't listen to Humble Revert. Humble Revert, if you can be, bro, I really don't even, I don't want to ban you, because as I've mentioned before to you, you are a fellow brother. I truly do wish you, I wish nothing but the best for you. But please do not come in my stream and start degrading Islam. Do not come in here and start talking bad about our way of life, our religion, because I will block you, brother. It's as easy as that, but you are one of our brothers. I just pray that you find the right path. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide you and bless you. Ameen. But what did you say before? I did want to answer you what you said. You said Shaitan would struggle to indulge in as much haram as Brother Andrew Tate. So I want to say this, man, because as you know, I saw parts of the video that you made about Brother Ibrahim that you included me in, and I really wasn't even mad at it. I just felt bad that you I know I know he's a troll, but he's still a brother. He's still one of us, and I just really wanted to say that to judge somebody like with Andrew Tate, sure, he makes mistakes, but he's a new revert, right? He smokes cigars on a regular basis. He curses, wearing shorts on live stream like this, but he's a new revert, bro. He's not just gonna snap his fingers and become a perfect Muslim overnight, like so many other new Muslim reverts out there. You can't just expect somebody who never knew Islam, who finds certain things about Islam, attractive, and says, okay, I want to be Muslim, then becomes Muslim. You can't expect them to change and make these changes overnight, bro. Brother Andrew Tate has made a lot of progress. He has made a lot of progress when it comes to this. Andrew Tate is shout out Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. Although Tristan is Christian, Tristan has so much respect for Islam. He sees the change, the proper and positive change that he's seen in his brother Andrew, and he talks about it in all of the interviews recently. The one with PBD, I'm sure you've seen it. But Humble Revert, I really wish that you can find that in you. If you watch any of the content that I put up, although I talk about why I walked away from Catholicism and Christianity, the fraudulence and stuff like this that I saw in it, I never put down Christians. I don't do that, right? So, and I would never go on their stream and put them down. So just please be respectful like that. That's all I ask of you. That's all I ask, okay? And to hate somebody and to say that he's committed all this haram when you're talking about stuff from his past, like when you in the video you talked about music that I had on my YouTube from when I was 21, 22 years old, a playlist from 8-9 years ago. I just reverted to Islam 5 months ago, and I didn't even realize that those playlists were still on my YouTube, right? I didn't even realize they were on my YouTube channel or on my YouTube account to begin with. So I honestly, like I said afterwards to you, I appreciated that you told me that, because I was allowed to get rid of them off my YouTube completely. I didn't want them there for anywhere for me to even pop up for me. That is part of my life that I've tried and worked very hard at to leave behind. But, brother, I really do. I wish the best for you. But please do not come on my channel and do that. I would not come on your channel and talk poorly about you. So that's all I want to say. You promoted Sharia law. Possibly considering having satanic public playlists would get you off in Sharia law. As I said, if you don't know what happens when you revert to Islam, and also if you didn't know, the title of that playlist, okay, was actually the title of a mixtape that was in that playlist. That's why that was titled that, okay? And the fact that that was from my old life before I became Muslim, no, it would not. Because once I become Muslim, all of my passions are erased. They're all gone. They are nil. I am zero from that point on. I am a baby as far as Islam is concerned. I am a newborn, all right? Everybody, I am a, what's the word I'm looking through? Where you're see-through, where you're like, I'm an open book, bro, so to speak. I'm an open book. I lay everything out there from my past, all the sins that I've committed, astaghfirullah, and, I ask Allah for forgiveness every day for that. But once I recited the Shahada and became Muslim, I really don't even need to ask for forgiveness for those because I've already been forgiven for those. Those are erased. Those are gone. And, that's why I share my message. So fellow brothers and sisters that are non-Muslim looking into Islam, new Muslim reverts who are in Islam, do not go back down that route. Okay, so that's all I want to say. But humble revert, I really wish you the best, but I gotta ban you at this point, bro. I'm sorry, man. I can't listen to this anymore with you. Really, really. I try to speak sense, but there's no speaking sense with somebody that has none. That's at that point, and I shouldn't even say that. I shouldn't even talk bad about somebody, regardless if he's talking bad about me. Allah bless all Muslims, reverts, and born Muslims. Jazakallahu khairan. That's beautiful. All right, so Mr. Speed, I promise you I will answer your question, but Brother Malik has been waiting for me to answer the question that is on screen. So let me answer this real quick, and I promise you I will dive into yours right after. I'm going to start right now so I don't forget. Hold on. All right, perfect. Yeah, I'll talk to you about that. I'm glad that you brought this up. You brought it up yesterday in Brother Lukman and Aussie Muslim stream that I was in, and I really wanted to dive in further with it. But as you know, it was time I had to go. I had to go to the masjid to pray Salat al-Isha, and I was going to have this live stream yesterday, but that live stream went too late. I mean, not too late. It went longer than expected, and I truly enjoyed it. I hope you did too. It's too much Tupac, DMX, and old school rap music. I DJ and just struggle. My channel is nothing but music. Yeah, Speed, we'll talk. We'll talk. And also, I'm not sure if you have my information already or if you've ever tried to reach out to me, but in the description below, every one of my videos, this one included, you can find all of my information to reach out to. You can find, my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok. You can find my email. Reach out to me on any of those, bro. Reach out to me on any of those. And, we'll talk. To those that truly need my help, that I trust, that I see are good brothers or sisters that I truly feel like I can trust and are just, genuine people, right? Which all of our fellow Muslims are. I like to share my WhatsApp. So email me and we'll go from there. I don't just put my WhatsApp on here. That you gotta be selected for that. And I have some other stuff I want to talk to you guys about that I'm really excited about. But first, let me dive into Brother Malik. Brother, you said I love you, sir. I love you too, brother. I love you too. So what about my nikah marriage? This is what he asked me. And Jazakallahu khairan. Thank you for the question. So just to clarify, so everybody knows, I am not married yet. I'm not married yet. Okay. Moving on, right? My wife to be, let's say, I don't even feel right calling her my fiance yet, because like I don't know how that term is in Islam. I don't know if we use that term fiance as Muslims. I also don't know like what clarifies a fiance as a Muslim. Brother, you know where is American Revert New Muslim? I don't know what Riaz Ali. I don't know what you're saying. I'm nowhere near. Are you saying I'm nowhere near an American Revert New Muslim, or do I know where an American Revert, or do I know where a new American Revert Muslim is? A new American Muslim Revert is. Is that what you're asking me? You know where a new American Revert Muslim is. I think that's what you're trying to ask me. Miswak by night. I can't tell if you accidentally call me Brother Milk, but you understand my name is Mikā'īl, right? Or do you just like calling me Brother Milk? If you want to call me that, that's fine. I was wondering, I'm like, wait, I noticed that the other day that you were calling me this. All right, I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked, bro. I'm going to stop paying attention to the comments for a little bit so I can jump into this. So, to those that don't know, and I don't want to put her name out there yet. Maybe once we're married, depending on how she feels and how I feel about it, I personally don't really want my wife all over social media, and that's a beautiful thing. She doesn't have an Instagram. She doesn't have a TikTok. She doesn't have a Twitter. She doesn't have anything. The only thing that she has, right, is this and WhatsApp. That's it. Or she has this, so she watches, Islamic videos, and that's it. She doesn't make content herself. And I don't know. Maybe if she wears a niqab, then she could come on with me. And she doesn't want to be seen. She doesn't want to be seen on social media anyway, which I love and I respect that. I really do. Because in Islam, our women are the most precious thing. Our women are so precious, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, right? That our women should be dressed modestly, that we should be dressed modestly, right? That's why we wear the thobe, keep a personal relationship privacy. Yeah, that's just how I believe, man. And sometimes I feel bad that I even share some things that happens between me and my immediate family. I don't really like to. I feel bad about saying which person it was. Like if I just say I had an issue with my family, that's different. But, like I recently talked about something that happened with my mother, and I felt kind of bad about saying it. But like I said, and this is why I had to express the fact that although I say this, I love my mother from the deepest part of my heart. My mother is everything to me. She really is, right? And that's why in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that, like my father said to me that day when he accepted the Quran from me, and he actually ended up reading the first 25 pages of the Quran. Alhamdulillah. That first we praise and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second, to love, respect, and obey our parents, our mother, and our father. Of course, the only time that we are allowed to disobey them is if they try to dissuade us or take us away from our beliefs, our religion, Islam, right? This is the only time. And then third, to be good, be kind to others, be nice, do good deeds, give charitably, give to charities, and so on and so on. Like he has loose lips. Miswak, man. Miswak by night, bro. That was funny. You actually made me laugh on that. Keep your wife off camera. Eddie from the Dean Show and Smile to John that never show their wives. See, exactly, Miswak by night. That's exactly how I feel. And that's beautiful, man. Like I said, like that is our private life. Like, but people just keep asking me, like, will you bring her on stream and will you bring her on? And that's why, man. I don't want to be rude, but that's the truth, This kind of thing is meant to be kept separate, right? It's meant to be kept private. You don't have to spell it how I spell it the real way with the apostrophes and the accents, but you can just spell it Mikail, right? That's fine. Or some people spell it Ael. But assalamu alaikum to everybody just joining. I hope everybody had a wonderful Jummah Mubarak. It was on Naveer's live stream today. She talked marriage and divorce according to Islam. I wished I saw Sister Naveer stream today, but the time she had it, it coincided with the time that I actually have Jummah, so I can't really attend it. But next Friday, Sister Navita and I will be having another live stream together. Because the last time that I was on her live stream on her channel, it started off good, and then the connection, because I was doing it on my phone, it got kind of shaky. It was very laggy, and I apologize for that. So I don't know if we're going to redo it on her stream, on her channel for her dawah, or we're going to do it on this one yet. But that will be, I'll keep you guys in the loop. I'll let you know what's going on with that. I have many other brothers and sisters that will be coming on the channel as well. I have so many projects to talk to you guys about. You're going to be super excited, inshallah. I promise you, subhanallah. See, I have an idea for you. If Shaitan makes you listen to music, yeah, hold on for an Italian brother. Yeah, when it comes to with that, to be honest with you, for Brother Miswak, and I don't feel I have to defend that comment, because people who know me, they know that when it comes to this stuff, but this kind of stuff, right? This is the old life, right? That's the old life, the Jiko, the Omerta, right? Of course, I still would die. I would do anything for my family and my loved ones, but I don't have to live that way anymore. Aside from that, when it comes to those kind of things, like I said, family, loved ones, friends, certain things, of course, if somebody tells me something, certain things that don't need to be spoken about. And if they don't need to be spoken about, that's that. Right? That's how I grew up. That's just the way it is, right? We don't talk about it. What doesn't need to be talked about isn't talked about. Never happened. So moving onwards from that, when it comes to this, when it comes to talking about certain things, issues with families, issues with whatever, right? Certain issues that most people don't want to talk about. I will bring it up because I know that, and I struggle with the fact, should I do it? I know deep inside, part of me doesn't want to, because I don't want to talk about it. But at the same time, I know that it is to help others. It is to, help others, no matter what, creed they are, no matter what deen they practice, no matter if it is Islam, no matter, if they're people of the book, or even atheists for that matter, right? It doesn't matter. And that's what I like to preach in my message, right? So, yeah, she is on UK time. She's 5 hours ahead of me, I believe. I know. She's 5 hours ahead of me. So right now, what time is it here? It is 6:20 where I am, so it's 11:20 where she is. Spoke on that on his channel. Yeah. So hold on a sec. Milk, Brother Mikey. I mean, Miss Wack, I don't even want to tell you my nickname. You might find my old music. I don't even want to tell you my old nickname, so I'm not gonna do that. You can. I mean, it's whatever you want to call me. If you want to call me Brother Mickey, go ahead. And you call me Mikey, you can call me Mike. You can call me Brother Mike, Brother Mikā'īl, whatever. If you want to call me Brother Milk, that's fine with me too. I was just bugging with you. I was just messing with you. I wanted to know why. So let me go back, because hold on, Brother Malik, are you still here? Yeah, Miss Wack by night. Just reach out to me, man. Anytime. I'm happy to be on any channel, man. Happy to be on any channel. Yeah, it's good to see me on full screen, right? That's because I'm doing it on the laptop, man. It's not my laptop. I still haven't gotten a new laptop yet. But one of my roommates, one of my couple roommates, has been very nice about it. He has a really nice laptop. He's let me use it so I can stream and do some things. So, Brother Malik, I want to make sure you're here and okay, good. Because I first off, I have to apologize because I start going into it and then I'm going off and trying to answer all the comments at the same time. So I just need to dive into this and then I'll answer. I'm missing so many comments right now. But 1 second. Nice to see you never go against a family moment from you. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm Miss Wack by night. I know you were just joking, but for me, when it comes to family, And not only just family, not only just blood related family, when it comes to my brothers, right? My close friends that I grew up with. And now, ever since I became Muslim, right? Man, I like bit my tongue when I went to speak. Ever since I became Muslim, I have this whole new family now. So that being said, even a fellow brother or sister or family that I don't even know, if they're Muslim, I will defend them. I will take a bullet for them. I would that's just how I am. That's how I was raised. To those who are part of my family, part of what I belong to, believe in what I believe in, the truth of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Of one God, la ilaha illallah. Absolutely, man. It's all about the family. It's all about the family. La cosa nostra, bro. La cosa nostra, baby. You gotta know that. You gotta know that, man. What are you gonna do about it? Hold on a sec. Okay, brother. Don't worry. I'm gonna get into it. Are you making? Oh, brother HK. Assalamu alaikum. Assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, akhi. How have you been, bro? I haven't seen you or heard from you in a minute, man. It's good to see you. Juma Mubarak to everybody just joining. Salamu alaikum to everybody just joining. Hope you all had a wonderful Juma. And to all those who haven't had Juma yet, hope you have a wonderful Juma, inshaAllah. But I need to get back to Brother Malik's comment. That's why it's been up on stream. So, as to where I met her, we met, to believe it or not, right? I always said that, before, hold on a second. I always said that before this happened, right? I had friends who met their wives, before Islam, non-Muslims, that met their wives through Match.com or, these online dating websites, or they met through Facebook. They met through some kind of online social media type of thing, right? And I always used to think that was funny, that was weird, how could you ever, get involved with somebody that you can't see in front of you, that you can't really that if you wanted to, you couldn't physically hug them, so to speak, right? And as Muslims, we can't touch women until we are married to them, or unless they're family type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm a fan of dating or marriage apps. Yeah, no. See, that's how I always was, right? And I would bust the chops, bust balls with my buddies who met their wife, or they were my non-Muslim friends who would meet a girlfriend this way, astaghfirullah. But so ever since I started the dawah, the channel, right? So many of you that I have a wonderful friendship and relationship, brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever, right? Brothers and sisters from all over the world who contact me, just thanking me for helping them to get back into their salah, helping them to, get back into reading the Quran, motivating new Muslims, motivating non-Muslims to come to the deen. These things amaze me still. And I will say this all the time. You don't understand how much it means to me. Jazakallahu khairan. That me, a Muslim revert, somebody who reverted less than 6 months ago, 5.5 months ago, I reverted and recited the Shahada. And you guys to tell me that I helped you to strengthen your deen in some way, you have no idea how much that means to me. Seriously, you have no clue, right? To be honest with you, when I started this channel, I truly felt that if I could touch just touch and change one person's life, that I felt, and as righteous and self-righteous and cliche as that sounds, it's absolutely true. That if I could touch and help one person's life, that I succeeded, that I was doing something, and that I would continue to change more. So to hear that means so much to me. Really, it does. I get so much joy. The most joy that I get in life, outside of praying salah, outside of being in the masjid, outside of remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and being his loyal and faithful servant, is doing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's work, right? doing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen me for, and inspiring and helping others, right? And seeing and hearing the change in them afterwards, seeing the smile in their faces, hearing the excitement in their voices when I speak to them. But this is how the sister and I met. We met from, we met from this. She was just like, at first there were, like I said, so many brothers and sisters reach out to me just to talk to me as a friend, to thank me. And, we continue talking as time goes on, and her and I, we continue to talk like it was, once a week at first. And then after the first month or so, like I reverted. Because we've only been talking for like, when we first met, it was on here, right? And she reached out to me, and it's been 4 months really since that first introduction. And after that, it was a month that it was once a week, maybe twice a week in the last 2 weeks of that first month. And then these last 3 months, right, it progressively and gradually, we started talking more and more and more, from once to twice a week to every single day, right? And multiple times a day. And, FaceTiming with the hijab. And, I've talked to many different scholars. I've talked to my sheikh about this, as making sure to be, I know he left the YouTube scene. He's still in contact with Brother John Tortoise King. I have been, HK, I'll talk to you a little bit more. I'll talk about that in 1 second. I have a few other things I have to answer first, but I want to finish this for Brother Malik. He has been waiting for me to answer this. And, we continue talking. And like I said, we stayed halal. And the main thing with me was that I wanted to make sure that our relationship stayed in the halal. So what both my sheikhs has said, both of the mentors had told me, as well as most scholars, if not all scholars that I listened to online, as well as scholars that I spoke to in person, and knowledgeable brothers that I spoke to in person, as well as even sisters on here who are very well versed in nikah, in the halal, way of marriage. When it comes to this, right? And I hear from some people that, some people will say, oh, you shouldn't have a sister on a live stream with you. This is not halal, da, 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 da. This is completely false from what I've been told, that this is not true. They are in another part of the world, right? They are in a whole nother part of the world. For me to be on a video chat with them, okay, this is not haram. This is halal. This is what I have been taught. This is what I have been told. This is the research that I have found. And on top of that, right, as soon as this sister and I, who is far more than a sister now, she's me habibati, right? As soon as we progressed past that, past just being like, when we started to notice the feelings, right? It became a thing where, okay, we need to talk to our family. I started involving the sheikh, right, or both of my mentors, talking to them about this daily to make sure that I did this correctly. And of course, not just correctly, but halal. I wanted to make sure that I did it right in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's eyes, right? And I'll be honest, right? Yes, I have followed everything that I've been told to follow, but it is the hardest thing for me. He's doing a shoot tomorrow as well. He came back today. I hope Brother Mikā'īl and him link up soon. Yes. I'm like I said, Brother Omar, I don't know how the word fiance came out. The reason I said the word fiance the other day, because somebody, somebody had pretty much said it when I said she's my wife to be, right? And what I mean by that is we have already declared, like I told her that she calls me husband, I call her wife, right? Like we know that we are getting married. It is not going to happen. It will not be able to happen for at least another month and a half, 2 months. for the actual marriage to happen, when I can go to Algeria, that's in North Africa, that's where she is, when I can go there and, really make that happen. But I have, contacted her father, we were going through all that. So I've managed to stay in that way. Memory is very good. You can remember the Holy Quran very soon. Jazakallahu khairan, akhi. I really appreciate that. Malik, Brother Malik, I have, 2 months is nothing. I've talked to so many, her sister had to wait I think she said 2 years, waited 2 years before they like her and her husband, actually got together. But brother Malik, I'm going to take this off screen now. I think I can, if I remember how to do it. Why is that not working? Yeah, I'm just going to go like this. I appreciate that, brother, but I wanted to answer you, right? You're saying my memory is good with the Quran. Honestly, I work very hard at it. And I don't just, when I say I work hard at it, I don't work hard at it just so I can say I've memorized the Quran. No, I do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I do it for the sake of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to also, to be a like as best as I can, to be the best loyal, faithful servant that I can be. I have read this now. This is the 9th time that I'm reading it now for the 9th time, and I'm on Surah 67, so I have like 30, 40 pages left in it. And one of the sheikhs, when after the first time after I finished reading the Quran, I told Sheikh, I said, okay, Sheikh, I said, you told me to read the Quran first before I start focusing on the hadith. I said, I just finished it. So, and I finished it within the first 5 days of reverting. I really wanted to know it. I was so excited. I couldn't put the Quran down once I started. And he said, wait, he said, you're not picking up, I'm not giving you any of the hadiths, or you're not buying the hadiths. Don't buy any of them yet. Don't start reading into them yet. He said, I want you to read the Quran at least 10 times before you start to study and start to read the hadiths. Now, with that being said, he's still like, it's okay that I research the hadiths online, but, if I have the hard copy, if I have the books like the hadiths of Sahih al-Bukhari, which I just ordered them. I actually just ordered them. Was it yesterday morning or this morning? I forget. I think it was yesterday morning. I just ordered them. And I ordered them because I'm when I finish this, by the time that gets here, I'll probably have finished reading it the 10th time, insha'Allah. And each time that I read the Quran, I learn new things. In English, I am starting to memorize parts of it, right? But I really want to, I really cannot wait to memorize. So these two Qur'ans are my favorite ones that I have. But the two best for understanding the Quran, for very, very easy in understanding translation, to me is this one by M.A.S. Abdel Halim, and then the Clear Quran by Mustafa Khattab, which the Clear Quran is, as you guys know, I have the Quran Project, which I haven't even announced on here this stream yet. For those that don't know, I give away Qur'ans as gifts from me to you, to brothers and sisters all over the world who do not have access to a Quran, who do not own their own. Whether you know people or not, please reach out to me. My email, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram are below in the description. Click on it, hit me up, and I will make sure to send you out a Quran. We'll take care of everything, pay for the packaging, the shipping, all that. And with that being said, right, I have it in 4 different translations. I have the English, I have the Spanish, I have the Urdu, and the original Arabic. Go to Umrah, inshaAllah. Inshallah, yes, I am going to Umrah. Somebody just asked that, am I going to be making Hajj earlier? And I forgot to answer it. So, yes, that translation I'm reading 9 times. Are as important as the Quran. Yes, no, don't get me wrong, okay? the hadiths are very important. And the sheikh, because I asked the sheikh that. I said, so are you saying that when he first told me this, I said, are you saying the hadiths are not that important? He said, no. That's exact opposite of what I'm saying. He said that, the Quran, for me as a revert, there is so much stuff in Islam, right? For any revert, any new revert, there's so much information, so much knowledge to try to take on directly in the beginning, even throughout the first year, throughout the first couple of years, right? That you shouldn't try to take on so many things at once. To try and take in, like when I first became Muslim, after I read the Quran, I was already trying to learn Arabic and read the hadiths and take this and this and this. And my sheikh said, stop, just take it one step at a time. You will get it. Just slowly, go slowly, take it one step at a time. Nothing good, nothing easy, or nothing good comes that is easy. And all that is good, all that feels good, all that feels achieved and stuff like this comes from hard work. So that is what we have to do. The Pictol translation, somebody told me that, and I've heard that it is a hard to read. I actually think I have that downstairs, to be honest. I have 7 different English translations of the Quran. I've only read 3 of the translations that I have, these 2 being one of them, and the clear Quran. But this one, so I read the one I just showed you, I read that once. I read the clear Quran once, and then I've read this 6 times, reading it for the 7th, almost done with it for the 7th. So 9 times I've read the English translation. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that so you guys understand. I'm saying that for the brother who said that I have good memory of the Quran. That's why. Do you know Habib? Habib who? Habib Nurmagomedov? I wish I did. I love Habib. That's my guy. Yes, I have it in Urdu as well. Yep, I did say Urdu, Malik. I told you, I have many brothers around me that are from Pakistan, bro. I told you this. That's why I have this, because I have so many brothers all over, and I know so many people reached out to me that said, could you get a Quran in Urdu? I said, absolutely. So from there on, so when I buy them in boxes of, I have a connection where I can get them in packages in boxes of 100 or 50. And depending on which ones go faster, right? The English and, of course, the Arabic, those normally go the quickest. So I buy those by the 100 box. And the Urdu and the Spanish I buy those by the 50. But I missed a bunch of stuff. So let me answer these questions. So yes, I answered. I am going to Umrah. I cannot wait, inshaAllah. The plan is 5 months. So it's almost coming up on 4 months now. We've been looking at tickets. As of right now, I'm pretty much right where I need to be. Financially wise, I'm where I need to be. I just am making sure that being in the sales market now, as a salesman, and making sure to stay in the halal, it took time to establish that, right? To go from, because a big part of sales that I don't know if most people know this or not. I'm sure my Muslim brothers and sisters do, especially those who have worked in sales. There is tons of usury, right? Tons of riba, of taxing, of insurance, of all of this, right? That is in the sales business. So it took time to make that halal, to learn how to do that halal. So I finally have got that set up. Now I want to, as I'm doing some more training to further, because there's always stuff that we can do to train, to further our education and further our knowledge when it comes to this, to become better in every way. That's why when you hear me pray or make dua, I always say to become a better Muslim, a better human being, more so than the day before. That's just something my dad and grandfather instilled in me. Oh, Brother Malik, you said to read some Quran. Yes, I will. I will read some afterwards. I promise you that. For Islam is one of your favorites. And you have a new favorite Arabic Muslim word. I have plenty, brother. I have plenty. Hold on. I will get to that. Yes, I have Yusuf Ali's as well. What's the name of that? Is it the Noble Quran? I have it downstairs. It's very good. It breaks it down. You know, I have that as well. I have so many different English translations downstairs. Marriage website, unless you can't answer it. Yes, no, I will answer that. I will answer that. But hold on a sec. There's so many questions that I missed that I want to get to everybody. So give me one moment. And I do want to say to everybody too, you know, I forget to mention this, but please, if you can, you know, we have the Hajj and Umrah channel that is to help Muslim reverts from all around the world to make Hajj or Umrah. And you can help change, you know, just by contributing to whatever you can donate, whatever you can contribute to this fund, to this donation, to this fund, right? The GoFundMe is down below. The link is in the description. You can donate to that, to all Muslim reverts all around the world to help them to make an unforgettable living experience. You know, making Hajj and making Umrah for some that cannot afford it. This is such a beautiful thing, and you will be rewarded immensely by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Of course, you all know what the amount that you get for this reward. Even just donation, even just for charity. So, and you can also, if you would like to donate to the channel, please do so. It helps. It goes a long way, right? And you will see the link to donate at the GoFundMe to support the channel down below as well. And half of those funds go towards buying Qur'ans, you know, for the Qur'an project and so on and so forth. So we had a few things that I didn't answer that I really want to answer. Right? Because you have done nothing for my deen. Oh, Jazakallahu khairan. I appreciate that, bro. I'm glad I didn't do anything for your deen. That's good. Oh, man. Miss Wack, let me know. Oh, that's you said you wanted me to appear on your channel. Please reach out to me, bro. Hit me up in the email or any of my accounts. Just reach out to me and we'll work out the details, inshaAllah. That's how it was in see, inshaAllah, marriage. I didn't even know that. Not a fan of dating or marriage apps. Yeah, I don't think Speed's against marriage. He just doesn't like the online stuff. See, I'm born family. Family's everything, man. Family's absolutely everything. Okay, so I think I finally caught up. Did I catch up? Man, there's a lot to say. Oh, okay. Speed. I knew I had something that I had to answer, bro. Speed, are you still here, brother? Let me get to Speed first, and I promise I will be. Yeah. Oh, Kytrix, you're here, brother. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I was just saying earlier, we had a bunch of new brothers and sisters that came in from Brother Luqman, Aussie Muslim Stream. You know, nah, brother. Never. You don't want to mess with it, though. You know, I trained in boxing when I was a kid, from age 7 to age 15. I was pretty good. I have quick and heavy hands. I don't have large, like crazy hands like a lot of boxers do, but I have quick and heavy hands for, you know, I make it work, man. I make it work. I'm fast. Is there any new collaboration soon, brother? Yes. Abdari Bufusi. If I just said that, I may have just butchered your name. I hope I didn't. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Yes, there are plenty new collaborations coming soon. I've been in contact with a couple amazing brothers and amazing sisters that have pretty big dawahs, pretty big channels on the Muslim YouTube market, streaming like area. I don't know what you want to call it. Muslim YouTube channels, stream episodes. I don't know. A bunch of Muslim YouTubers. Perfect. That answers it. You know, I really look forward to it. I don't want to give out too many of them, but there's some big names coming up. What I will tell you, all right, because, you know, I had mentioned it in one of my videos, but one of the brothers that I'm very close with, actually, he was a non-Muslim. He was a Christian. And I think I told you about it. Him and I actually made Qurbani together. You know, he didn't want to do Qurbani alone. And it just so happened that I was planning on doing Qurbani that day. So it worked out and we got to do Qurbani together. Alhamdulillah. Oh, yeah. If I were to say what my favorite, you know, what my favorite word to say is got to be Alhamdulillah, right? It's just, honestly, I really don't have a favorite. Like, I just like to say Alhamdulillah, because praise be to Allah. Like it's just so beautiful, right? I love what it means. And I love I was speaking earlier about how beautiful the language, like the Arabic language is, right? Subhanallah, it really is, mashallah. It's so beautiful. So to me, I just love any time that I'm reciting Arabic, any time that I'm reciting any part of the Quran, any hadith, right, in Arabic, in the transliteration, how I can do it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, right? It's heart melting. Okay, so Qurbani is when you or Qurbani. I don't know how you pronounce Qurbani. You know what I'm saying? I had a lamb. I have a video up, Miswak by Night. I don't know if you saw it. There's a video up of me making the Qurbani when it's blurred, but you can see it for the most part. What else was I saying? Oh yeah, somebody said this was the I've mentioned this a few times. So when I showed this is my favorite Quran. This is the first one I got. When I had mentioned it to you guys, somebody mentioned Andrew Tate, and I do want to talk about Tate too. He is part of the stream that I wanted to talk about. You guys had someone said to me, that is the same Quran that Andrew Tate had. That's the one he had when he had the photos from out of jail. People asked me, did he influence me in reverting to Islam? To those who know me, they can tell you, right? I mean, I know a lot of people who have been influenced by Andrew Tate and reverted because of him. And honestly, like, I will say this before I answer this question, but first off, I'll say no, he didn't. But I will say I stand for his message. He has a very positive message for young men. Yes. Kytrix was the one who asked that. Brother Kytrix was the one. Kytrix, before you came in here, there were a couple people who brought up Andrew Tate and asked about the Quran, right? Brother Kytrix here was the one yesterday who brought it up. So there we go. Now people know that this was yesterday. Thank you, brother. Jazakallahu khairan. So, yes, this Quran was the first one I had gotten. I had bought it after researching. I looked up so many different Qurans in English translation. I read a lot about it. I listened to videos on them. Which one was the best English translation as far as understanding, as far as, everything that it included. Now, this Quran, to those that do not know, right? I just want to show you, right? It's really beautiful, honestly. So I'm just going to open up to a random piece. So as you can see here, it has the Quran, right, in Arabic. It has the page in Arabic right here, right? Different ayats. And then it has the English right here. And then on the bottom of a lot of the pages, right, like I'll show you this one right here, right? It'll break down the ayats from the surah, right, that you just read. And then in the beginning of every single surah, like, come on, focus. There we go. In the beginning of every single surah right here, it has a brief description, right? It has a brief description of exactly what the surah is about, what's going on in the surah, so forth and so on. So that's why I chose this one. And man, I love this Quran. That's why I've read it so many times. It's so easy to understand. I've had so many brothers who are Muslim, who've been raised Muslim, their entire lives, who've been raised in Islam. They say to me that when I had read it 3 times, when I had read it only 3 times, they had said to me that compared to them, that they said they've read the Quran in Arabic like 4 or 5 times, but they said they read it, they could never fully understand what it meant. That me reading this and fully understanding it means more than that. And I mean, I honestly think no matter what, it means a lot. But I understand their point, what they're trying to say. But I thought that was really neat. So anyways, the first stream that I have, the first stream that I did, or video, actually a video I did, and I was reading this Quran, there were multiple messages in my comments that said, Brother Mikā'īl, you know that you have the same Quran as Brother Andrew Tate. And I said, SubhanAllah, what? I couldn't believe it, right? And they said to me, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yeah, Kytrix, I'll get into that in 1 second, brother. Man, there's so many questions I'm trying to ask. I'm trying to ask so fast. Yeah, so Andrew Tate, they're like, yeah, Andrew Tate, that's the Quran he had. Did he influence you? Did you get this because of him? So like, et cetera, et cetera. Now, as I just said, no, he didn't influence me to become Muslim. I did follow Andrew Tate before I became Muslim. I actually followed him. I was, I liked his overall message. I would listen to his videos probably for like a year and a half before I ended up reverting. And he reverted only, I think, 2 or 3 weeks before I reverted, or a month maybe. So, and although I'd watch his videos, I liked his overall message of trying to inspire young men. And by doing that, getting men to be stoic and to be, masculine again, that overall it helps, and it will also increase women to become better women again. Like I completely agree with the whole concept. Some of the things he says, I don't agree with, but at the same time, he is our brother. But especially now, if you notice from, like, for me, somebody who watched him from beforehand to how he has became, ever since becoming Muslim, reverting to Islam, especially since after he went away and got locked up in that dungeon in Romania, astaghfirullah. I prayed for him every day, and I still pray for them that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make things easy for them for, the situation that they're dealing with, and reward them with many blessings and Jannatul Firdaus. They have helped so many, Andrew Tate, just from reverting to Islam, even if the brothers or sisters that reverted to Islam, reverted because of him, for the wrong reason, they still reverted and they still ended up learning about Islam. They got their toes in the water, so to speak, right? I know plenty brothers who actually were influenced by Andrew and then reverted to Islam. And okay, yes, November. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, it was November. I thought it was December. So he reverted a couple months before me. And I don't know if I just missed the video of that, because I used to watch not every one of his videos, but I stayed pretty, his motivational videos I would watch. Of course, he'd have like 5-hour streams where I wouldn't sit through the whole stream. But yeah, Abdadi, I completely agree with you on that comment. This is something that I wish that so many people of the book would understand, that and it's the way it is right now because of all of the propaganda that the Western world pushes in the media, because they don't want Islam to spread Sharia law into the West, because the West is built and ran on the sales of alcohol, of pornography, of violence. So if you were to bring Sharia law, that would take all those three things away. Of course, they don't want Islam in the West, right? So this is why it's pushed out. This is why there was a so-called war for oil. That was their image to push out there, to go against, right? To make people in the West believe that it was against Islam, to go against Islam. It's so sad, man. It really is. Oh, brother, have a wonderful Fajr. Make dua for us all. Please make dua for me. Make dua for my family, my parents especially, that they find Islam and guided to Islam. And Malik, please reach out to me in my email when you get a chance, man. We'll talk a little bit more. I'll let you know on the the nikah a little bit more in that situation. But to all those that were asking, especially you, the nikah will probably, or the official marriage will take place when I get there, and that will probably be in a couple months. Actually, the goal is a month and a half to 2 months, and well, not even just the goal. That's the plan. SubhanAllah. So many people got interested and influenced to Islam because of Tate. So really, it's a wonderful thing that that what Andrew's done. It's a wonderful thing, bringing people to Islam in general and showing them the truth in the beauty of Islam. SubhanAllah, this is wonderful, mashallah. So, I'm trying to remember everything. Who was I talking to? Speed, are you still here? You never answered me when I asked that. I want to know if Brother Speed's still here so I can talk to him about the music and stuff. I'd say we got another 30-minute on here. I'll go for another 30 minutes. And then I do have to. Is it time yet? I got time before prayer, but I got to eat dinner. Sorry, guys. My apologies, everybody. Sorry. Oh, okay. We got HK here. All right. So it is time. We've been on long enough. The last half hour, I said I was going to bring people on. HK, I see you down there, brother. Give me 1 minute, and I'll bring you on in 1 second. So to just finish up and wrap up on the whole Andrew Tate thing. So. Yes, I have been a fan of Andrew. Andrew's done wonderful things, not just for bringing brothers and sisters into Islam, to helping to grow Islam, to spread the truth of Islam, and to spread a positive message of Islam. But he has also helped, he's trying to help the Western world, right? And that's a beautiful thing. So I did tell everybody, to anybody who wants to come into the chat, who wants to talk with me, anything. Please, you can join the chat. We can talk, ask questions, whatever. We'll get things popping in here, inshaAllah. So, on top of that, as you guys know, I went on like a 4-year spiritual journey before I finally reverted to Islam. And the last 2 years of me researching Islam, it took 2 years for that, right? So it wasn't something like, boom, and I just reverted, right? There were so many things that led up to that point. So, subhanAllah, and it was wonderful, man. I wouldn't want to have it any other way, because it makes me appreciate it that much more. How many languages do you speak, brother? I'm learning Arabic right now, Abdari. I really cannot wait until I can speak it fluently. As of right now, I speak English, of course. Mi parlo italiano, così. It's so, right? My Italian, I understand pretty much fully. Spanish is mi española is my Spanish sounds like I'm speaking Italian, but my Spanish is so similar to Italian that I speak Spanish pretty well. Plus, I grew up in a Hispanic Latino neighborhood. With all of my best friends growing up were Dominicans, Puerto Rican, Colombian, Cuban. So this was a normal thing to be around Spanish. So I can understand Spanish pretty well as well. Right before I reverted to Islam, I was actually practicing or studying Japanese because I was planning on going to Japan, and I still will plan on going to Japan, but I was actually thinking about living in Japan, right? And it still is one of the places that I would love to live. I love the Japanese culture. I've always been a fan of the samurai, right? I don't know if anybody else is into samurai, but this book right here on the Bushido, this is the way of life. This is like the way of life of how the samurai lived. It's very interesting to me, you know, very disciplined. You know, they don't accept failure. And I always loved that mindset, right? It was so like the discipline and the steadfast, like beautiful, very beautiful. Like, yeah. And to Abdari, I really am completely in agreement with you on that, man. The comment that you said, I'm going to put it up here real quick because I don't really want the HDTV thing on my screen for too long. But where'd you go, brother? HK, where'd you go? Okay. Come right back on, HK, when you're done. Come right back on. All right. Walaikum. Hold on one second, guys. All right, hold on one sec. What just happened here? All right, so I will bring them on in a second, but what did I just do here? Oh, no. Damn, man. How do I get back to that? What happened to the chat? Hold on one second, guys. I don't like that. Where did the chat go? Serious? Man. All right, give me 1 second. What is this? Oh, there he is. All right. I got it now. Kurtrix, if you want to come on the stream, you're more than welcome to, bro. There's a comment in the top. I pinned a comment in the top of the chat box where it says StreamYard. Just click that and you can join. I'm about to bring on HK was the first one in here. I'm about to bring him on right now. I just wanted to answer some of these questions last real quick before I do it. But where did that go? Yes, I wanted to answer Abdadi's question that I just put up on the screen one more time. Okay, so I truly I don't understand because it's sad that Muslims and Christians cannot see eye to eye because we are so similar. Not even that we can't see eye to eye, because there are many Christians and many Muslims and many Christians that do see eye to eye with us, right, as Muslims. But then again, there's also many Christians that won't see eye to eye. And I know many Muslims that, like, every Muslim I know, no matter what, they would collaborate with the Christians because we are we are the most similar out of any religions, right? If Christianity just got rid of the Trinity thing, it would almost be not the same yet, because we'd have to get rid of the whole crucifixion thing too. But you understand what I'm saying. It's that similar. But if we could come together, because we are both against the same things, right? We could stop this haram. We could stop this degeneracy that's happened in the world. All this pornography, all of the violence, all the drugs, the alcoholism, right? Especially with the HDTV, transmissions that are going on in the world. Astaghfirullah, a'udhu billah minash shaitanir rajim. Get that out of here, right? It's extremely sad. So if I truly believe in a perfect world, right? Well, in a perfect world, Sharia law would be instilled everywhere, because if that were the case, none of this degeneracy or haram that we see today would be going on. Absolutely none of it. Literally, it would be gone. I still believe that Islam will solve every single problem that we have in the world. Every single problem that we have in the world. But the only way to truly instill Islam all over the world will be to instill Sharia law all over the world. And to do that, like I said, most places, most countries will not give into that. because those countries that won't give into it, they made the country like the UK, like America. They made the country off of violence, off of alcoholism, off of drugs, off of pornography. That's just the way it is, right? And there's plenty of other countries that have been like that too. If you look back into time, bro, like all the conquerors, all this and that, they were huge hedonists, right? Most of them were, you know, like I don't want to say the R word, but you know what I'm saying. They were R-wording women, you know, pillaging villages, you know, all sorts of things like this, right? So it's been going on for years, bro. This is how, and you know, Islam puts a stop to it. Islam stops all that. You go back to the Crusades times. Look at it, like Islam put a stop to that, and that's why the Crusades. That's why the Christians wanted to stop the Muslims and Islam so bad back then. But now things have changed, and it's sad that, you know, there's a lot of Christianity that has fell into that category now. That, like I mentioned before, right? This was a huge objection that I had with Christianity, with the fact that Christian ministers, you know, there was a Christian minister like 7-8 years ago, and it created a huge argument, a huge controversy, which, as it should have. You know, this minister, which the number one cardinal sin in all of one of the number one cardinal sins, not number one, but one of the like the top cardinal sins in Christianity is to not be commit sodomy, right? To not be the G word, right? And this priest, or not priest, it was not Catholicism, it was Christianity, but this Christian minister was, right? Like this, it's just astaghfirullah. All right, so we're gonna bring you on right now, brother. Let's see, can we get HK in the stream? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. HK, how you doing, brother? How you doing?
Wa alaikum salam. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, brother. How's everything going, man?
Can you see my photo? That's me and Mike Tyson.
I see the photo. At first I was like, yo, what's Mike Tyson doing on my live stream?
Yeah, he came to my job. I was telling you I'm always working, so he showed up on my job last year, and I met Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you did. You did tell me this. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's the matter? Your video's not working?
I can't video because my environment right now.
Okay. Yeah. No worries.
Work reasons. Maybe another time I'll video, but not today.
Absolutely. No worries. So what's up, brother?
Inshallah. Yeah, brother. I was just I think earlier I was asking you a question. I don't know if you still talking to Brother John Tortoise King. I know he came back today. I saw his post. I don't know if you guys are still. He said he's back on YouTube, so I hope he's still on his Islam and his deen. He's a good brother. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
And you know, I hope you guys do stream together. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, to be honest, bro, I love John. You know, as you've heard me say many times before, like, and John knows, I see him as like my little brother. Like I've tried so many times to and still I'd do anything for him. Like I told him, and I truly meant that because he had never been to a mosque, and part of the reason why he had never been to a mosque or a masjid was because he hold on. Today's the next live stream. What's today? Today's Friday. There will be 2 on Sunday. I may do another tomorrow. If I do, it will be a surprise live stream, but there will be 2 on Sunday, inshaAllah. I'll be on somebody's channel, and there will be 1 on my channel. I'll let you guys know exactly the time. Back to what you were saying, HK. So, yeah, Brother John, you know, like I said, we were in contact for a long time. You know, we would talk on WhatsApp, we would talk on Telegram, and there were, you know, there was a moment, maybe, I think 2 weeks ago, you know, and I'm gonna say it. I'll say it, but I want you guys to know, like, I still, and I want John to know if he hears this or is listening. John, I love you, brother. You know, I only want the best for you. And that goes with all of us who tried to help you, who tried to, you know, who you reached out to for advice and suggestions. We were only trying to give you the best advice we could try, the best advice we could for you in that situation. And, I want to say it was, how long ago was this? I want to say it was like 2 weeks. It might have been 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. But at that point, it was like, right. You remember when he deleted his Telegram?
Yeah, I remember. And I remember he was on your stream typing in the chat as well a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. So it was after that. I want to say it was a week after that stream that he was in the stream typing on it, which at that point he had already deleted the Telegram. He had taken off the videos and everything like this.
Oh, there was a stream with you and 10 other brothers. Do you remember that? He was in the chat there. It was like 10 Maliki Click, Abdullah Ibn Lauren.
Yep, that was on the One Muslim podcast. Shout out Brother Ramzi. He's a wonderful, wonderful brother.
Yeah, he was supposed to be there with you and.
Yes, he was. He wasn't. I forget what came up. He wasn't feeling too well, or some kind of situation happened that he had to deal with. Which, I mean, I'm not. I know what happened with him. He had talked to me about it, but I just I don't want to put his business that's personal stuff. I don't want to put that out here. That's for him to tell you guys.
Well, I want to just say, Brother Mika'īl, I hope he stays on his Islam. Avoid all the negative comments online. He's a good kid. I hate when people leave Islam. I really don't like that. I just dislike it personally. I don't like people chasing other people away from Islam either. The haram police, I don't appreciate that. It's not cool, you know.
Yeah, no. So I want to be like blatantly honest right now, right? So, like I said, I love John. I treated him as a younger brother, and the fact of the way he dealt with the haram police, the way he did, right? Like, you got to realize when you make a social media account, especially if you're going to become big on social media, like he blew up, right? Or not blew, but he got not blew up, but got pretty big, right?
Right.
And when you reach that point, like, you got to realize that even starting off when you have only 10, that if you do and when you do blow up or get bigger, right, you're going to have a lot of people watching you. And with that will come haters, will come people, you know, saying stuff that you don't want to hear or that you don't agree with. And with that, you have to accept it. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, you can ban them right away, and that, or you just don't, you don't answer them. And that's what I told them. I didn't get a lot of negative comments. Honestly, I never got any of the haram police. The thing that I got, the negative comments that I've gotten were from people of the book or agnostics or atheists. And there were I could probably count them on both hands. And I posted over 200 videos, right?
Right.
So, and I told him all this stuff, right? I said, when you see the comments, bro, don't engage. And if you feel the need to engage, think about it. And then what my mentors had told me to do was literally just to wish them well and make dua for them and literally type back to them, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide you and bless you. Ameen. And I would leave it at that.
Ameen.
And he would say, I forget, there were a couple comments that really set him off. One of them had to do with the dogs, and one of them had to do with him wearing shorts in a video. And
I remember, yeah. And
the other one, I guess, was with him teaching. He was teaching Arabic. He was teaching how to speak Arabic or learn Arabic when he first, in some of his earlier videos. And multiple people really went kind of hard on him for it because he was a brand new Muslim that he couldn't even pronounce the letters properly, so he shouldn't be teaching, is what they said to him. And I get that, right? I truly understand that. And yeah, until you fully get something and can fully do it properly, you shouldn't be teaching it anyway. But the way that these people said it to them, right? The way that the haram police, and this is what we talked about in that stream, is that, most of the haram police, I'd probably say 95% of them, honestly, are trying to help you, are trying to be nice and loving and to help you. But the fact of the matter is that it's the way that it comes across, right? It comes across in a type of way, like you're talking down to them or talking at them, right? And that's, I mean, to anybody, bro, they're not gonna react well to that. Like if somebody were coming at me in that manner, I wouldn't listen to you. I would immediately get on the defense and feel like you're attacking me.
Right. Yeah. Like that was the one thing with Andrew Tate when he was wearing shorts. He was reading the Quran and he posted a photo. The Haram police, like all the people just went at him. And then there's a YouTuber named Sajid Lipum. He made a video about it. You know, you don't want to chase Andrew Tate away from Islam. You just, there's a way to speak. There's a way to talk. The brother just came to Islam. He's learning. Hold
on, Sajid Lipum. He went at Andrew Tate, or
no. He didn't go at Andrew Tate. He was going at the people. He was talking about the people going at Brother Andrew Tate because he posted a photo in shorts reading Quran.
I know the exact photo, and I saw the comments, and I actually defended him. Yeah. Yep.
So he talked about that, Brother Sajid Lipum. He said that you know, you guys gotta, when people come to Islam, there's a way to talk, guide them, things like that. You don't want to chase people away from Islam. So, Brother John's a good dude. I hope he comes on your stream, inshaAllah. And you guys stream again.
I hope to get him back, inshaAllah. And I'm sure he will. I know he's just taking things really slow right now.
Right.
The last I talked to him, hold on, I'm sorry. The last I talked to him, he, it was when he was going through really the worst of it at the end there. And it had to do with the fact that, what was it? He was on, I forget who's streaming. Oh, he was on Bobby's Perspective. And he basically, what he said, and I still have the snapshot of the comment that he put there. Somebody had sent it to me. And what he said basically was that, why are we, he said, astaghfirullah, before I even say this, he said, why are we even Muslim? He said, we are all praying to the same God. Why can't we just be called Christian, Jew, Muslims? It was something along those lines. Astaghfirullah.
No, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I understand his point. Yes, we are all there's only one God. We are all praying. This is one God, right? And I get that aspect. But he was saying, why do we have to be called Muslim? Why do we have to be Islam? Why did we have to pray this? Why this? And he said it in a very derogatory way, right? Like talking down about Islam. And I wasn't the first one. Somebody else pulled him aside about it, and then he reached out to me about it. And I just I talked to him, and then he was talking to me about certain hadiths, and then he sent me a video of there's one sheikh or one scholar out there that he talks, I don't know, he says a lot of crazy things, and I know a lot of Muslims, or most Muslims don't agree with him. And this guy's a Muslim, and of course John found this guy's channel, and that was the guy that I hate to say this, but kind of co-signed his BS, right? So to be honest with you, I felt like John really needed some tough love, and nobody was giving it to him. So at the end there, when I realized that, when he said the derogatory thing, I was the one that was blatantly honest with him. And from that point on, after he sent me paragraph text messages, and I replied back explaining what the hadith and this, that, and that, and I explained it in the nicest way, but I was very honest with him, right? In the fact that, and I told him, I said, if this is really how you feel, I said, I want you to know, I pray that you stay in Islam, brother. You are I see you as my younger brother. Know that I always love you, but I pray and I worry that you joined Islam for the wrong reason. If this is really what you're, how you're feeling. And then I said to him, not that along those lines. And then I said, all of his arguments that he was trying to argue, all the points he was trying to argue, it came down to, he was looking. It was like he was looking for a reason to justify his bad decision. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And I understood that because when I was younger, when I was 17, 18, I used to do that all the time. When I would do, you know, sinful things, right? And just not paying attention. Yeah, and you know, it's just sad. It's sad. You forgot about my negative comments. You never give me credit for anything. Miss Swag by night, man. You're cracking jokes over here. So, you know, I like I said, we spoke after that. You know, towards the end of it, and he seemed like he understood. And then from that, like I hadn't heard from him. And I think only a couple people might have been in touch with him since then. So I to be honest with you, I think that just the area that he grew up in, John hasn't been used to many hardships in his life. And this was like the first hardship that he had to face, you know, like we all faced when we were 18. And that's just normal. He's just young. And I said that to him, man. And part of me feels bad. I mean, I know personally, right? I know personally that I wasn't the reason that he walked away or anything like this. But at the end, I felt that somebody had to step up and, you know, really try and help him in a way and give him this tough love. And I saw that nobody else was doing it at the point when I saw that comment that he made on Bobby's perspective. So the fact that him and I are close, I still consider us close, although I haven't talked to him in a week and a half or something like that. You know, I felt somebody had to say it. And I was being blatantly honest with him, you know, and I love the kid. I really do.
There was a video from Brother Muslim Cowboy as well. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
I did.
Yeah, he also made a video too.
He was very honest with him too. Very honest with him.
Yeah, he was explaining, you know, about everything. You know, brother, I just want to point it out real quick. We have YouTube, we have Google, we have the internet, we can learn about Islam, but I also think it's very important to have, you know, a Muslim community around you. Like you go to the masjid,
absolutely.
Go to the mosque. Like he doesn't have that masjid around him. Like when you become Muslim, I don't think he has even been to the masjid one time since he hasn't. Shahada. So he hasn't. Have to have that physical communication with Muslims, talk.
Absolutely.
It's very important, but you know, I get it. So that was another thing he was lacking. He didn't have Muslims around him. So,
like you hear me say all the time,
yeah,
on here, and this is the number one advice. Like when I've been going on live streams lately on other people's channel, I make sure that I tell them, or not them, but the viewers, the one thing, if I had one thing that I could teach or instill or advice that I could give to any new Muslim, right?
Right.
That's what it would be, is to associate yourself with fellow Muslims, right? Make sure that you like go to the masjid as much as you possibly can. And in a situation like this, right, where John just turned 18, he's in an area in America where the closest masjid to him is 45 minutes to an hour, he said.
Yeah.
And he also he didn't even have his permit at that time. He didn't even have his license. So he just got his permit. So, you know, inshaAllah, I believe in him. I have faith in John. Like I said, he's a wonderful kid. And I actually I don't know if you were there for that stream, but there was a stream that we had on my channel. It was before the most recent stream where there was 10 of us on that. Like there was a bunch of us on the stream and John came in. But it was just me on my channel. I forget. I think you were there.
I was there. Yeah, I was.
Angela and John came in and we were talking to him for like 45 minutes just through the chat. You remember this?
I was there. Yeah, that was me in the chat as well. I was there.
Yes. So subhanAllah, bro. And you remember what I told him, right? And yeah. I still stand by that today. That Ohio is, I mean, to where he is in Ohio, it's probably, I thought it was like 4 or 5 hours. It's actually like 6, maybe 7.
Right.
And I think I actually said that. I found that out during the stream that it was 6 hours away. Still to this day, if he wants to go to a masjid, I told him that night that I would drive there that I would bring him to a masjid. I would drive there just to bring him to the mosque to pray salah, drop him off back or go out to eat with him, drop him off back at home, and then I would go home. I would drive.
That would have been great, brother. And you guys streaming, that would have been great. It would have been awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Alhamdulillah.
So, and that isn't like, bro, to be honest with you, I didn't even think about the YouTube thing. I didn't even think about it in that way. So I was just straight up, I was just trying to help our brother. Like I said, I look at him as my little brother. So I really wanted to help him in that way.
Right.
And yeah, it's just it still bothers me. He deleted his when he deleted the Telegram, and then I thought that I said, hold on, as he just deleted the Telegram group. So I'm like, maybe if I reach out to him on Telegram or what, because I have him on Telegram, WhatsApp, and I have his actual like cell phone, right?
Right.
So I reached out to him on all of those,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't been able to get through to him, man.
So I saw the post today. Ms. Walk was mentioning something. So he did post it 6 hours ago, and he streamed. He says, I'm back. So I just noticed that. I think he's going to stream tomorrow.
He says he's going to stream tomorrow?
I saw a post. I'm not 100%, but I saw a post. Live stream tomorrow, I believe.
MashaAllah.
So he said I was back. But again, brother, there's a lot of Muslims like him. Sometimes they don't have access to the masjid or these places, And like, again, we have Google, we have YouTube, we have the internet, but sometimes you have to be there to the masjid, be around. Man. You got to be in that environment.
Yes. So very, very well said, man. Yeah, let's all make dua for brother John. He has so many of us here. Like, there's so many brothers and sisters. He had like, I think he was on YouTube for a month, and he had like 10,000 subscribers. So he's got a lot of people that love him, right?
Oh yeah, his subscribers went up. And brother, I remember when I was you only had
Psychor said he was on live earlier. What do you mean? He was on this live earlier, or he had a live stream earlier?
On his channel, there was a live stream. I didn't see it, but I saw the video posted.
Really?
He streamed earlier.
What?
So I just noticed. Yeah, he went live today. He said he was back, and I didn't get to see it. I came to your chat, and I just figured out he streamed.
Yeah, I do know he's joining the Air Force in August. I did know that.
Yeah. Miss Swag told me he streamed earlier, so I looked at it.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
I hope the brother gets like a car or something in the future, and we drive there to the masjid, meet people, get to know people. I wish him all the best, man. And I hope you two stream. I look forward to it. Listen, brother, I work a lot,
I pray for it.
So but I live, like I told you, I'm from East Coast, New York.
Yeah.
So I got access to masjid. I got access, even though I work every day. I don't get to talk to Muslims every day, so I watch your stream a lot, and there's other streams I watch. I watch Sister Navira, I watch you, Brother Cowboy, and 3 Muslims. I watch a lot of YouTubers, Muslim YouTubers.
Absolutely.
And, I really enjoy your streams. I love them. The reason I actually like your streams, brother, because if I'm on a stream and there's like thousands of people or hundreds of people, they never answer questions. They never talk to you. Like, I can come on your stream and chat. You'll actually respond to me. So I like coming on your stream, bro.
Yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to really incorporate in, when I decided to do YouTube, is that I've noticed that in a lot of YouTube, no matter what, even in Islam, there are some brothers like Brother Ibrahim. He answers the chat. He will answer you. There are some of us that do. I know Cowboy does, but still at times, especially in some of these bigger ones, the chat may go so fast that it's hard to answer. Like, even for me now, the more subscribers there are, it's hard to always answer all of them. So, and when it gets that way for me, and the thing I noticed, and I haven't really seen it as much with Muslim YouTubers, but other YouTubers that have like over 100,000 subscribers and stuff like this, how some people that they'll only answer super chats.
Yeah, that's the only way, brother. Yep, super chats is the only way they'll answer your thing.
But the reason for that, right? The reason for that is because it pops up on screen, which makes it easy for them to see like that, right? And it's not flying super fast. So that I understand. But then there are the type of people who even send super chats in, and the people won't answer the super chat. Like that to me is just straight disrespectful. These people are paying for you to support you, and like, I don't know, that's crazy. But like I said, I don't know one Muslim YouTuber that does that. I don't. So,
but you can turn on your super chats, brother. I'm sure people, but they do it. Donating is for sake of Allah. They're giving it to you as a gift.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So if you turn your super chats on, brother, it makes
I
it
don't know
easier.
I don't know if you know, brother, but and I was actually just talking about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
To be monetized and to get super chats, right? To get anything like that, you have to have. There's a minimum that you have to have. It's
subscribers.
First you have to reach either 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, and then you have to have also 4,000 watch hours.
Okay.
As well as or not as well as. So you have to have the first one, which is the 1,000 subscribers, and then on top of that, you need to have one of the two, either the 4,000 watch hours or 10 million views on YouTube Shorts. So, I'm literally, I think I'm like 10 or 12 watch hours away from being able to monetize, and then I will have super chats on here, and like that's the thing that I'm saying is I do understand when people, like a channel like Muslim Cowboy or Ibrahim, and Ibrahim, he still answers the chat,
right?
But it's in Cowboy too. But when you have 60,000 like Cowboy does, you got to think, like, you seen how fast the chat was moving earlier when I had 16 people in here. Imagine that with like 1,000 people in the chat. It's flying so fast you can't even read them.
Yeah.
That I get.
I hear you. So, Brother Mika'īl, I'm gonna go. I see there's other people in the chat. They want to get on the stream with you, so I don't want to keep them waiting. It was nice talking to you. Inshallah, we'll speak again. I'm subscribed to you, and I'll watch your videos a lot. It's good talking to you, brother. And Assalamu alaikum, man. Peace.
And I promise you, I'll do more solo live streams. I know I haven't been on in a while. I miss it, so it's good to be back. Inshallah. Wa alaikum salam.
Okay.
All right, future Hafiz, let's get you on here. This is gonna be the last one. We'll do it for a few minutes, and then I do have to get going. I have to eat and then I gotta pray, and I gotta get to a couple things. All right, inshallah. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you?
One second. Wa alaikum salam. How you doing?
Alhamdulillah. Kayf haluka?
Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Brother, where are you from?
When people ask me that, I'm always like nationality or like ethnicity.
Yeah, no. You can say like where you're like.
I can say both. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can say where you're from, and then you can say your heritage as well.
Okay, so like I'm ethnically Somali.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, but I live in France. Yeah.
Oh, you live in France?
Yeah.
So, wow. I'm honestly, I've spoken to. I think matter of fact, I think it was you I talked to that time. It was in the chat. I've heard.
I'm the Hajj guy.
Yes. I know. That's what I've seen it. I've heard of. That there is a very straight. What's the word I want? I guess I could just say there's very Islamophobic views in France. Am I wrong to say that or no?
Yeah, it's mainly like I guess the politicians and people, stuff like that on TV.
Yeah.
I've never encountered one Islamophobic like
okay, that's what that's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never seen that in real life.
MashaAllah. Okay, see that's wonderful, man. That's what I wanted to hear. I don't
It might also be because of the area that I live in, which is kind of majority North Africans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I have a couple close friends back home. You've heard me say I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, in America, and Boston as a city is very diverse. So, what happened? Oh, Katrix, I don't know what happened, but he's out. Anyways, I'll continue what I was saying. But anyways, Boston as a city is very diverse. So We have a lot of, it's a lot of every different culture, a lot of Latinos, Hispanics, Jamaican, Haitian, like all North Africans, Saudi, Irish, Italian, Scottish, like everything. So many different cultures in there. I'll bring you on stream. I'll bring you back, brother. Assalamu alaikum, akhi. MashaAllah. Yeah, I've only got like a couple minutes, but yeah, that's one thing I've noticed too. Miss Wack, thanks for saying that. And I know that they, the French especially don't like Americans. Like this is known everywhere in America that in France, if you go to France as an American, they don't like us. I don't know why.
I've never noticed that. I haven't seen that before.
And like somebody else said, French are famous for being rude. So were you born in France or?
Nah, basically.
You don't have to. If
nah, I'm born in London.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah, that's why That's why when I speak in English, I don't have like the French accent,
Yeah, no, you have kind of a British kind of accent to it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a big one of my very close friends, one of my brothers from back home, from Boston. He actually moved from I want to say North London when he was like 12, 13, and he's Somali, right? So there's a big Somali community, right? In London. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mashallah, bro. Mashallah. Yeah. So do you still have relatives back home?
Yeah, but most of them live in different countries.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, some in the UAE, some in Canada, some in the UK, all across the world.
Okay, mashallah, man. Mashallah. Yeah, I like it. The future Hafiz, brother. I like it. How you said? I think you said earlier, right? You have 2/3 of the Quran memorized.
That was before I moved to France. I memorized it,
Oh, you have it memorized?
Yeah, I knew it by heart, Yeah.
Mashallah, brother. That's amazing. That
was before. Yeah, I kind of forgot most of it, but I'm learning again,
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Everybody that I'm talking to, like even the sheikhs, like my mentors who are Hafiz, right? And one of them has his ijazah, right? Mm-hmm. To those that don't know what that is, you were taught by somebody who was taught by somebody who was taught by somebody, like all the way back to it goes all the way back to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And yeah, man, he both of them tell me all the time that even he like when I talk, so I'll act like I'm talking to one of them, and he would just tell me that to stay memorized, right? You have to constantly keep continue reading it and re-memorizing it, because he said as soon as you stop, you'll forget, right?
Yeah.
So, mashallah, man, that's
the good thing. Yeah.
Amazing, seriously.
Yeah. But the good thing about it is that even if you forget, you memorize it like so fast. It's like crazy. Within 10 minutes, you can memorize like 2 pages by heart again.
Wow. See, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So you've been reading, and I'm assuming you read the Quran in Arabic, yes?
Yeah. But
mashallah, see?
Yeah. I don't really know what's good I don't understand the language though. That's the thing. So even though
you don't understand it, but you have it memorized. That's what you said.
Yeah. I can read it. Yeah, I can read it and all of that. And like I know Arabs that speak the language but can't read Arabic. and I'm in the opposite situation. I can read it, but I don't understand.
But you asked me earlier. I think you wanted me to read. Were you asking me to read it in English? Is that what you were asking?
No. I was asking if the Quran you had, the kitab you had, had the transliteration and stuff like that.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I've seen many stuff I couldn't see.
So this one actually has both. This one has. I'll show you again. This one has it has the Arabic right here, right? The Arabic is small on this one, and then it has the English, right? The English right here. So it has like very small little piece of Arabic on both sides right here for the page, and then this one is like really, this one's amazing. So it has bigger font of the Arabic, and this is the color-coded tajweed as well. And then it has the transliteration on this side. So I'll show you this one first. So over here, like you have the Arabic, right? In the color-coded and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the English is right here. This is the English, right?
Yeah.
A little understanding on the bottom. And then you have the transliteration right here.
Okay.
Like this book, it was the most expensive one, but man, this one helps me a lot. It really does. And like, so when I memorize, like I have 13 surahs memorized right now, and inshaAllah I will continue to memorize more. But I noticed like the first 6 surahs that I memorized, I had them memorized, and I was like, wait, I don't even know what I'm saying, but I'm still reciting, right? Like you said. Yeah. And then my sheikh taught me. He said, okay, so going forward, right? He said, next time that you fully memorize the surah in Arabic, then as you recite it out loud, like from memory, read what you're saying in English and put it to that. So I understand like all the surahs that I have memorized, except for Ayatul Kursi. That is the only one that I don't know the English by heart yet. But the English to like the understanding of the other 12 that I have memorized, I do know. But like you said, right? I can, like you saw me with the index cards that I had earlier, right? Of the different letters, the Arabic letters.
I think that was before I came.
I don't know if you were here for that. So
nah.
To help me learn, I do this. I have to write things down, and then I will like quiz myself, right? So I made index cards, right? Don't worry about the little scribble on the side there, but so we have alif, right? And then on the back of it, right, alif. Yeah. And just like I'll write the sound, like what it sounds like. So be, right? And this is how I learned, bro. This is this is what helped me, and I continued, right? And I'll say them over and I'll say them over and over, and I can say the sound. I know this, like I can write each letter. I know the sound of each letter. But when it comes to like I can literally, like if I read the Arabic in the Quran, I can read it, right? I can sound out the word. It may take me an hour and 10 minutes to read a whole page, but I can read it, but I don't know what I read. I have no idea what the word means, Yeah. So I understand. I understand that too well, man. But yeah, that's beautiful, bro. Really, that is. How old are you?
22, almost 23.
MashaAllah, you're young, bro. You're young and you have it memorized. See, that's amazing. So
it was a long time ago though. That was like when I was like 13, 14. Then
you memorized it by 13?
I started when I was 9 years old. Yeah.
So within 4 years, you had it memorized, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So that inspires me, bro. That inspires me. That tells me that I have to work harder. I know I will get there in someday, and I hope you get it back like you said as well, and this time we can understand it more, as we memorize, right? But it's bro, it's such a beautiful, the recitations of the Quran, and as nice as it is that I can understand, like when I read it in English, I really know what I'm reading, right? And it's so beautiful. But as great as that is, bro, when I hear it, when I hear the Quran in the original way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intended, right? It's so beautiful, mashallah. Like when I'm in the masjid and the sheikh, he's leading the salah, right? Half the time, or probably more, probably like 85-90% of the time, I don't know what he's saying, but it's just so beautiful, brother. The love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, you can feel it. You feel it. And it's a blessing, man. It really is. We are blessed to be Muslim, brother. I'm so happy. It was the greatest decision I ever made. But yeah, so you did mention about reading the Quran and this, that you would like to see me do that. And I don't know if actually, because you're new to the channel, so this is something that I planned on starting at the beginning of the month. But things have been so busy. But the start of this coming month, so the first, I guess we'll go with August 1st. I plan on reading the Quran like one juz a day, kind of like we do during Ramadan, right? And I'm going to do it in English. So I'm going to read it in English. And like so many people in here have asked me to do that. But the thing that I'm trying to figure out is that, like, I want to hear from you what you think, is that some people want me to either just do a video of it. So like I just post a video and you guys can watch it, right? Or I can go live for each juz. So I would be going live once a day to read, and you guys, whoever comes in, could follow along with me. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Should I do it live or should I just do it regularly?
If it's gonna be a video, it would be pretty long. One juz, you know.
Yeah, no, it will be, and that's the thing too. I thought about, you know, maybe I should break it down into just like, because especially the first few surahs are, you know, it could take some time, but that's why I said, I was like, you know, maybe I should just break it down to reading like 15-20 pages each time or something like this. But yeah, so I'm kind of working that out. But anyways, you know, I want to see do those shorts, live streams, and videos. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know, everybody just kind of wants to see, because if I do it in live stream, right, then you can still go back and watch it as a regular video anytime too. So plus for those people that are asking me, you know, a lot of people want me to do a live stream so they can follow along.
Live stream would do better,
It'd be kind of cool too if I did like if I did it like this, like an interactive way where I could read a little bit and then I bring somebody else in and they read a little bit and we go like that. I think that'd be pretty cool, man. I think that's a good idea too. So, and there's so many new things to come along, but yeah, man, I definitely, please reach out to me, brother. Please reach out to me. You have my information now. If you go below in the description, email me, reach out to me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever. We'll stay in touch. And if you'd like, maybe we'll get you on. We'll do a live stream together, collaborate, and you can tell everybody your story.
Okay.
Inshallah, all right?
All
right, yeah, man. We'll talk about it. Stay in touch, all right?
Okay.
All right, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Take care, inshallah. All right, my brothers and sisters. That was our brother right there. He's, mashallah, wonderful brother from Somalia. I can't believe that. He memorized the Quran by 13 years old. That is so beautiful, man. That really is. That is such a blessing. I hope one day that I can be like that. Oh, man, the battery's running low, too. Good thing. Such a wonderful brother. That is our brother Kaitrix, future Hafiz. You know, and one day you will be my brother, inshallah. Don't forget, please reach out to me. I like to stay in contact with all of my fellow Muslim brothers and sisters. You know, it's great to see you all, great to hear from you all. So HK, my next stream is actually going to be somebody that it's going to be a live interview with somebody like with me, and it's actually going to be the brother that I had told you about, right? My good friend, the non-Muslim who's Christian. He is Cubano, and I don't want to say anything more. I'm going to let him tell his story. He changed his name to Ayub. He goes by Brother Ayub now. So I will let him tell everything. But he has an amazing story, you know, another revert story. He just reverted, like literally, he reverted on the 7th or 8th day of Dhul Hijjah. And yes, Muslim Cowboy is coming on. He's very busy over the next couple weeks, I believe. You know, he's leaving Medina and he's going on vacation. He had everything that you see him doing now has been pre-ordered. It's pre-planned. So we are planning, having it scheduled. It will happen, inshaAllah. And there will be plenty other people that you all know. So please stay tuned. And guys, please don't forget, if you can, please continue to support the channel. If you are new to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe and ring the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video. Also, check out the Umrah and Hajj, the Hajj and Umrah project. Check out the Hajj and Umrah project. The link is down below in the description for the GoFundMe. Donate whatever you can, any contribution, you know, it will help and change someone's life significantly. As well as the Quran project. If you would like your own Quran, I have 4 different translations: the English, the Arabic, the Spanish, and the Urdu. As well as, please support the channel, and you can do so by clicking the link down below. And if you would like to reach out to me, in the link below the video in the description, my email, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. My brothers and sisters, I love you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Take care. Have a great Jummah. I didn't even end the stream. I just hit leave stream. Oh, man. I forgot how to do it on the laptop. Oh, my brothers and sisters, take care. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, that was good. That was good.